Hello everyone, and welcome to another Top 5 Records video, another one in the series in which I'm taking a closer look at the full discography of David Bowie. And we are in the year 1974, and this year has a lot going on for David Bowie. And this video, I'm going to be talking about one of this was his first official live album, David Live. Now, I have been talking about this album before. I did a video of top 5 David Bowie live albums, and I was not as enthusiastic about this album in that list as some people might have hoped for. I got some responses, and I take them to heart, and to be quite frank, this album really never got to bother me until today. Now, I'm not gonna withdraw what I said in the top 5 of David Bowie live albums video because it's still not gonna be in there. But some things have changed. I've been listening to this album. I've heard about this album when I was 16, 17, and I listened to it digitally. And the quality of it was not that good. Now, coincidentally, some time ago, I found a first UK copy. And without even putting it on, I bought it and I hadn't played it until just recently, just for this video. Now, the first UK pressing is a rather nice album with unique inner sleeves. Oh, yeah, it's broken. Yeah, that is sad. But there are unique inner sleeves. The record plays fine, by the way. But I thought, I just as a collector, I wanted to have it on the first UK, and the difference in sound quality is just incredible. I can understand very much that when you grew up in the 70s and you hadn't heard a David Bowie live album, and this is your first David Bowie live album, that this album has a melancholical element to it. And as a matter of fact, it's an interesting recording. What I noticed listening to this pressing is that it shreds more. Mick Ronson is shredding. Not Mick Ronson, the guitar player. Who's the guitar player? Mick Ronson is from the Spiders of Mars. The guitar player, is it Almo? I want to know it. No, I want to know it. I should know this being a Bowie fan. Earl Slick. Earl Slick is shredding here. Earl Slick is definitely shredding here. And that does give the texture and the quality of the performance really a bonus. The album is more exciting on a good pressing than I remember. The set list is interesting. I mean, this coming from the Diamond Dogs tour. It was still a Diamond Dogs tour. Later on he played a leg with the Soul tour, and we're gonna come to a live album of that in another video. But he opens with 1984, which is a very interesting opener. I like the song. After that, Rebel Rebel, Moon is a Daydream. Now, then you got your audience wide awake with those 3 songs in a row. Sweet Thing, then side B, Changes, Suffragette City, Aladdin Sane, All the Young Dudes, love that song. Correct Actor, love it as well. Side C, When You Rock and Roll With Me. I've been talking about When You Rock and Roll With Me on the Diamond Dog studio album. It's a good version on that studio album. It shreds here. Seriously, this song is his love song to the audience, and you should hear it live. It's fundamental that you hear that song live. Watch That Man, Knock on Wood, Diamond Dogs, and then side D, Big Brother, Width of the Circle, Gene Genie, and Rock and Roll Suicide. What a beautiful way to end off an album. Now, my critique was that Bowie is not as convincing on this album. He's not singing his best way, and there's a very interesting. I think you might find it online, but there was a documentary called Correct Actor on which they filmed Bowie during this tour, and you see that he is exhausted. He's exhausted. He started this tour with much more desires for big stages and a big show, and then he found out what his main man contract was. All the extravaganza went from his side of the deal. So while Tony DeFries, his manager, was making millions, Bowie was bankrupt. And he found that out after already having toured, played worked his heart out. This man was a workaholic. Iggy Pop made statements about it because Iggy Pop followed him on his Isolar tour. He said Bowie rarely slept. He was a complete workaholic. So when you've been working for years and years and years, and you even have a lot of success, and you don't have any money, I mean, at a certain time, the stretch is out of it. And that's why this album is not in my top 5 of David Bowie live albums. Later on during the tour, Bowie decided to use his rough voice and find a new sound. He managed to find his exhaustion and make it into a different kind of performance. Also, I'm gonna talk about another album, live album. You know what? I'm gonna leave my comments about that in the next video. This one, though it's better than I remembered, and I experienced it much more on vinyl than I did digitally. But Bowie's not on top of his game. Is it immediately bad? No, it's not bad. It has its great moments. It has its dollar moments. But I shouldn't have been that harsh in the David Bowie live video? Nah, I shouldn't have been that harsh. It's okay. It's not the best of Bowie. So, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.